Welcome to yoga. My name is Sarah. We'll get started in seated today. I want everybody to take one hand to their heart, so your left hand to your right hand to your heart, and this left hand at your rib cage. And without trying to change a thing about our breath, we're just noticing how we show up. If it's hard for you to close your eyes, just soften your gaze. Maybe take your gaze to your navel or to your foot, to the floor. On these first couple breaths, check in, notice how you're feeling. Notice thoughts arising. Notice how you choose to label or not label those thoughts, and if they pass, or if they linger, or if they start to loop. A lot of times we have the same thoughts that we've had yesterday, that we've had the day before, and we continue this pattern until we are able to break free of it. I like to use breath to break free of some patterns and some habits. Deep diaphragmatic breath in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. And if you're having a stuffy nose, we're moving into allergy season, know that if you need to open your mouth to express breath, then that's totally fine too. We just want to really make sure that we're rooted through our sits bones, our spine is nice and straight, and our breath is coming right here, from our diaphragm. Let's take 2 more deep belly breaths. In through the nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest. And exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Let's take our hands to our knees. Ears and shoulders meet like you're really stressed out and your elbows are digging into your rib cage and your shoulders are up to your ears. And then on your exhale, relax, release. Let's do it again. Inhale, squeeze everything, super tense, super rigid. And then exhale, find a release. Arms at your side body. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Let's take our arms up. Breathe in. And exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, back to center, reach. And exhale, twist to the left. Unravel, come back to center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, gather. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. Let's breathe real big today. Exhale, heart. Inhale, take it back up. And exhale, right for your twist, gaze back. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, twist to the left. Gaze back. Come forward. Right. Moving into box pose, let's stack our joints. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. I invite you to layer today, and as you start to build warmth in the body, you might need to shed some clothes, shed some layers. Belly in, Uddiyana Bandha. Extend your left leg, foot's flexed, right arm, thumb is up. And we're just looking for a space where we feel balanced. So if you feel balanced with just this leg up and that's where you need to be, then that's fine. If you need to focus on more core strength, I want us to extend our right arm and maintain that balance, that symmetry. And you might wobble, bring it back to your midline. Let's switch. Right leg extends, left arm up. I'm super tight. I went on a run yesterday. I don't know why I do that to myself, but my right hamstring is screaming at me today. Belly in, knit your ribs back. Gaze is slightly above your mat. Beautiful. Both knees down, both hands down, big toes touching, knees pretty wide. And sink your hips back, hands to the mat. This is child's pose. This is a place where you can go whenever you need to. Extend your arms to the right, full body stretch from the left hip point all the way out the left pinky finger. Breath is nice and fluid. Care what kind of breath you use, as long as we're starting the breath at the base of the belly. Let's take the hands over to the left and sink and soften. Come back to center. And we'll come to our forearms. Hop up onto your toes for a little forearm plank. Belly in, make your ribs back, push into the earth with your palms, with your forearms, with your elbows, with your shoulders, but look up slightly. Beautiful. We'll drop our right knee, extend your left leg to the sky, and just hold here for a minute. And now we'll switch left knee down, inhale right leg to the sky, and we're keeping energetically pushing down to lift up. Beautiful, both knees down, hop onto your hands, curl under your toes, slowly roll back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And right now I have lots of tips and cues for down dog. Bend your knees. This is probably the most underused cue tip in down dog, because we so want to get here and we just want to get those heels down. We just want to say, got it. But it's not really about the heels. It is a hamstring stretch, but more so than heels on the ground, I want your hips as high as they can go. So if you need to maintain even a generous bend in the knees, bend them so that your tailbone can reach high. Shoulders slide into your back pockets, and maybe start to pedal out your dog, warming up the hamstrings, opening up the backs of the legs. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And walk your hands to your feet. We're at a forward fold at the back of your mat. Whew. My right leg is so tight today. I'm not used to it, but limitations, they don't define us, but they do, we have to look through a lens with them. So if you are experiencing a limitation on your mat today, I want you to take care of yourself. Offer your body modifications. If you don't know the modification, send me a message and I'll give you the modification, because I truly believe that yoga can fit everybody. You just have to have the right teacher and the right mindset to get through it. All right, so from here, let's separate our feet pretty wide. Hands to your hips, micro bend your knees, and roll all the way up bone by bone. So we're starting into a 3-part breath now. 3, 1, 2, 3. Belly, ribs, chest. So I'll count the breath. I want you to see if you can time your poses to that. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but my hope and my goal is for you to find a steady rhythmic breath so that when we introduce the flow, you're already breathing. Your breath is already set. Okay. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. 2, 3. Exhale, forward fold. 3, 2, 1. Micro bend your knees. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. 2, 3. Exhale, fold. 2, 1. Micro bend your knees. Root to rise, come up. 2, 3. Exhale, forward fold. 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. 2, 3. Exhale, forward fold. 2, 1. All right, so that is just like a introduction to rhythmic breathing. Take your feet really wide. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm up for your twist. Gaze, your nose follows your fingertips. This is drishti, and it just means gaze. It's a point of meditation. It's one point of focus.
where your gaze goes, your intention normally flows. So make sure that your gaze is lifted, you're ready to move forward, breathe in, and exhale, fold. Left hand plants, inhale, right arm up for your reach and your twist. Beautiful, both hands down. And we'll walk it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float. You're at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come all the way up, arms up, reach up. Steeple your fingers so that all your fingers are interlaced except for your pointer. On your out breath, take a side reach to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side reach to the left. Inhale back up. And exhale, swan dive down. Fingers interlaced at your low back or your sacrum. We're forward folding once again. I like to keep a little bend in my knees until I get to the bottom of this pose, just so I don't hurt myself or, go too far too fast. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Walk or float it back, plank. So let's take plank in that beautiful breath progression. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 1. Inhale, up dog or cobra. 2, 3. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Again, we'll start to inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and walk or float to the top of your mat. You're in a forward fold. Connect opposite elbows this time, and I just want us to rock. Release the weight of your head from your neck. Notice places of tension or tightness in the backs of the legs, the shoulders, especially the back of the neck. Beautiful, and then we'll slowly roll all the way up to standing. Step your left foot back. Inhale, warrior one. Your hips and your shoulders are towards the front of the room. We have a deep, generous bend in the front knee, equal amount of weight in both feet. Breathe in. And breathe out. From here, take your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg. And now give it a nice bend on the out breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Last time we hold. Inhale, extend. Let's walk our back foot up just a little bit. So this back foot's at about 45 degrees. Hands are at your hips. Look up. Exhale, forward fold over this right leg. This right leg might be bent. It might be straight. Pulling the right hip point back. Using your breath as a guide to get you a little bit deeper into this hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the back leg. On your exhale, we'll step it up and take the right foot back. Dial down the back foot so it's about 45 degrees. Deep, generous lunge in the left knee. Arms up, look up. This is Virabhadrasana 1 again on the left side. This is warrior 1. Arms up. You can take steeple fingers. You can also just take prayer hands. Beautiful. Hands come to your hips. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sink, bend. Inhale, extend. And exhale, sink, bend. 2 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time we take it up. Inhale, look up.
Exhale, slow and steady here, we fold. You might need to walk the back foot up to maintain that bend. If the gait is too large, the pose might be too intense, and when poses are intense, we tend to avoid them. So we want yoga to be accessible, and we want poses and shapes to be attainable for us. We don't want it to be so hard or look so, confusing that we don't do it at all. Inhale, bend the back leg. Exhale, pop it up here in standing. One by one, roll all the way up. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, side reach over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Spine is nice and long and straight. Exhale, side reach to the left. Inhale, up and back, maybe a baby back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees first so we don't pull anything. And then take your arms up and over it, and then start to unravel your legs. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float back. Chaturanga. Roll over the toes, upward facing dog or cobra. And then rolling back over the toes, hips high, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Move in a way that feels good to you. If you need to roll, if you need to move, or if you need to be still. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come all the way through. High up on the ball of the left toes, we rise up, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. So what's our back leg doing? We have to squeeze the left glute. You have to engage so we protect our low back. Belly in, knit your ribs back, deep generous lunge in the right knee. Breathe in. On your exhale, hands move through heart. We open up, spiraling our hips and our chest open for warrior two. Still that deep bend in the right knee. Also extend weight to the outside edge of the left foot. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach up and back, reverse. Energetically, you have an arrow going out through your right knee. You have an arrow going out through your top hand. So it's like you're being pulled apart. So knee, hand. Exhale, side angle. Right hand down or right hand to your thigh. Left arm up and over your ear. This is side angle Parsvakonasana. Beautiful. Let's straighten out our right leg. Triangle pose. Tuck your right glute under like you're being squeezed in between two panes of glass. Straight line is the strongest one, so elbows or your wrists in one line. Beautiful. Take this top arm over your ear and then place it on the mat for runner's lunge. Back knee down, top of the back foot down. Your hands move to the inside of your right foot for lizard. Rolling back over, so putting your big toe back on the ground. Let's extend through this back leg. So bend the back leg. Left hand will stay where it is. Reach back with your right hand, and maybe you catch the toes, maybe you just search for it. It's a very intense quadricep stretch. You can turn your gaze back. Beautiful. Slowly release. And we'll step this right knee back. And take big hip circles here, moving in the four corners of the room in whatever way feels good. If you feel a place that houses a lot of tension for you, pause there, send your breath there, and then keep moving. Beautiful. Let's come out, down dog. time it's the left leg that extends to the sky. You can stay here, you can open it up. Wherever is giving you the most sensation is where I want you to stay. But for me today, since I have a tight hamstring, this is where I'm feeling most uncomfortable. I'm gonna stay here. Breathe in. And on your out breath, knee to nose, chin or chest, plant the foot, high up on the ball, the back toes rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. This top arm can go up or over. Straightening out your front leg for Trikonasana, triangle pose, tucking your right glute under. Gaze up or neutral. Bottom hand comes down, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee, top of the back foot down, hands to the inside of your left foot for lizard lunge. And you can stay here or you can also drop down to the forearms. And if you've been coming for a while or if you're very flexible in the hip and the psoas, bend the back leg, reach around with your left hand and grab the foot. All options today. Know that this is just as effective for a body as this. Slowly release, and we'll take both hands down, both knees back. Again, big knee circles here, moving your knees up and back and side to side in a way where you can hone in on where the tension is. Beautiful. Curl into your toes. Downward facing dog. All right. We're moving through that same flow using a little bit more significant breath work. 3-part breath. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, knee to nose. 2, 3. Plant the foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. 2, 3. Exhale, warrior 2, 2, 3. Inhale, flip the front palm. 2, 3. Exhale, plant the hand. 2, 3. Inhale, straighten the front leg. 2, 3. Exhale, runner's lunge. 2, 3. Drop the knee. Top of the foot down. 2, 3. Extend the arm. 2, 3. Remove the bind. 2, 3. Step it back. Down dog. 2, 3. So this fluidity of breath is just matching your in-breath and your out-breath. Let's try it on the left. Inhale, left. 2, 3. Exhale, knee to nose. 2, 3. Plant the foot. 2, 3. Inhale, up. 2, 3. Exhale, warrior 2, 2, 3. Inhale, flip the palm. You get it. It's very rhythmic. And exhale, Parsva Konasana. Inhale, extend the front leg. Exhale, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee, top of the foot down. We're taking this left arm back, if you choose. And then slowly unwrapping. So when I say rhythmic breath, I just mean dynamic movement set to motion. So your palms are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, about hip width distance. Inhale, open to cow. Drop your belly, open your heart. Exhale, navel to spine, tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis, room between the scapula. Again, inhale, open to cat. Exhale, hug, cat. Use these two poses as a mirror to see how your breath is doing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Last time, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come back to neutral neck, neutral spine, cross your ankles behind you and take a seat. Your feet are in front of you, toes point up. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold is very active. Peace fingers, pointer middle to your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. There's a lot of striding going on. There's a lot of muscular engagement in the legs, in the biceps, in the toes even, and the hands. I want us to be very active for the next 30 seconds with our breath, our body, and our joints and everything. If you can bind outside the feet, bind outside the feet. And then when we hit that 30-second mark, I want you to let go of all the muscular engagement and make it more passive. Here we go. Let go of all muscular engagement and you just kind of hang here. It's called caterpillar. No more striving. Now we move to a softening, and if it feels better to bend your knees, bend your knees. Beautiful. Inhale, look up on your out breath. Walk your hands back up your legs. Take butterfly pose, your heels together and your toes together. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose or mouth. We'll start to fold. Finding the forward fold here isn't as important as finding an open hip. So if your hips are very, very tight, I want you to move your feet away from you. And maybe we just fold it like a 45 degree. There's no hurry to get all the way down. That's the thing, guys. We come to yoga thinking that it's something that it needs to look a certain way, or all we need to do is breathe and move. That's it. Breathe and move. Keep it very, very simple. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your feet. We'll extend the left leg in front of us. Pull the right heel into your groin. Inhale, extend. Hands go up. And exhale with your lowest rib moving first. Hinging at your hips, keeping a flat back. Now we find your foot. So we feel this stretch in the hamstring before we ever feel it up top, before we ever feel it in our calf or our foot. And from here, you can take your nose down to your knee, your chin to your shin. You can find a rounding. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the leg. We'll switch it out. Right leg forward, left heel pulls in as close as you can get it to the hip crease. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, lead with your lowest rib. So we're maintaining a flat back until we find some sort of connection here. And this knee can be bent if need be. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the foot. Let's take it onto our backs. Pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big, big hug. And we'll slowly start to rock the body from side to side. Let's take blissful baby. Your feet go high, feet are flexed, knees bend, hands go to the outside edges of both feet, and we rock from side to side. Pull your knees back into your chest. Let's extend the right leg out to the mat, your left leg up to the sky. Pull everything in, maybe even take your shoulder blades off the earth. Give your knee or your shin a little kiss. And then we'll take the head back down. Keep the foot where it is. Let's take this foot to the diagonal, so take it out. And for some of us, the knee is going to bend. That's great. If you want to keep a straight leg, you can. It will be a very intense stretch. Keep your right hip point glued to the floor. And anywhere along this leg as it journeys from here to here, if it needs to bend, let it bend. Come back to center, pull this left knee into the chest, breathe in. Preparing for the twist, exhale, left knee crosses your midline. Tee out your left arm, look at your left fingertips. Come back to center. And we'll take both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Extend your left leg to the mat, your right leg to the sky. Catch behind your ankle or your shin or your thigh bone. Pull your shoulders up off the mat. Maybe you touch your leg and then put your shoulders in the back of your neck, back down to the mat. Hold here. Taking your hand to the ankle or to the toes. This right leg comes out to the right diagonal. Go slow. Keep your left hand at your left hip. If you need to bend the knee, make sure you bend it. Coming back through center in just a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Cross the midline. Take your gaze to the right. Coming back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug and then plant your heels close as you can get them to your sits bones. Starting to peel up from the lower vertebrae, we're coming all the way to our shoulder blades, maybe tucking your hands underneath you, maybe even rolling your shoulder blades underneath you. This is bridge. Beautiful place to stay. Squeezing your glutes as we move higher, pushing your heels down energetically into the ground to lift up. And we'll slowly unravel our shoulders first. Thoracic spine comes down all the way to the lumbar. And windshield wiper your feet, the bottom of your back bend. And we'll take our hands to the backs of our knees and give us 3 rolls here. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Last one, we stay at the top. Inhale back and exhale forward. All right, so we have come to the end of our practice today. Let me check on the time. And I want to invite you to take Shavasana for at least 5 minutes. This is super important. It kind of lets your body assimilate all of the poses, those are the shapes, the asana, the breath work, the pranayama, and it becomes part of you. So energetically, you have already said you're safe. You've evoked the parasympathetic nervous system. Now it's time to kind of to rest in that. So 5 minutes is all you need. You can lie on your back, you can lie on your side, you can even stay seated if you want a more of like a alert meditation sometimes in Shavasana. I know I get sleepy sometimes. So whatever you need, I want you to take time to care for yourself now. And this is just 5 minutes of nothingness, nowhere to go, nothing to do. We're breathing and resting, and I'll mind the time and I'll wake you up. Again, breathe and rest. So either seated or lying flat on your back, on your mat. 5 minutes, sweet yogis.